New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez rolling out a new 6 bills proposal plan. It's called A Just Society, aiming to reshape America's economy. One of those bills would give undocumented immigrants access to Medicaid, regardless of their immigration status. Another would cap monthly rental increases at 3% and forbid landlords from evicting people unless they haven't paid rent for a couple of consecutive months. Now, Ocasio-Cortez calls economic inequality and climate change, quote, the greatest threat to our country and democracy and our planet, end quote. So will AOC's 6 bills make their way into the Democrat platform? What do you think, Liz?
Well, look, we've seen with the Green New Deal that she and the squad have an ability to shame other Democrats into adopting some of these things. And by the way, some Democrats already are on board. We saw all those candidates on the debate stage raise their hand when it was asked whether illegal immigrants could get federal aid. So this is not all brand new. Some of it is pretty wacky, like guaranteeing that everyone's going to have wonderful, robust health and mental health. I don't know how she's going to do that. I think it's terrific. I guess she puts the whole country on a diet. But, I mean, there are a lot of things that are just sort of standard issue left-wing stuff, like rent controls, which just simply do not work. But, you know, I think my read of this is that she's sort of been out of the headlines for a while and she wants back in. So this is her way of sort of promoting her brand now that her chief of staff left, who sort of was writing her script for a while and so forth. This is her new big thing. We'll see whether they bite.
Yeah, and Liz, it's her attempt to take the moral high ground, right? What does she say? Well, this is a just society.
Yeah.
Well, if she wanted a just society, it would be a society that's free of coercive force. That's a capitalist society. And a capitalist society is the ultimate poverty fighter. Think back, it was 1990. 40% of the world was in extreme poverty. And then countries like China, like Southeast Asia, make minute moves towards freeing up their economies. Today, less than 10% of the global economy is considered extremely poor. That's because of capitalism. AOC is the same old stuff. It's rent controls, it's welfare, it's a minimum wage. That all hurts exactly the constituents she purports.
Although there is something that's a bit odd in this bill, and I'm not going to defend these ideas per se, which is that if these were enacted, let's say you could only evict someone after not paying your rent for 2 months. In places like San Francisco, Seattle, New York, Boston, that would be a radical paring back of current tenant rights. No, I'm totally serious.
Yeah,
if a lot of this stuff got passed at a federal level, it would be dramatically worse for a lot of the northeastern cities that AOC represents, which to me is deeply odd in these proposals.
I just want to know, where in this bill, what is she going to give to the 50,000 people who did not get jobs with Amazon in Long Island City because of her and a couple of other people? What about those people that she screwed by Amazon not going there? Look, we've discussed this 1,000 times. This might as well be called GG. Government giveaway by 6. That's all it is. Government gives. But I got news for you. Government only lives because of what the people give to government, our taxes, and they continue to abuse us, and they continue to try and grow and run things, and that's what puts headwinds in front of the economy. These Marxists / socialists have got to be unelected and out. We need to get people who understand what the economies work off of.
But, Liz, the problem is she is, to a certain extent, the wind in the sails of the Democrat Party right now. And not to say that they follow in lockstep what she suggests. They may pare it back a bit, but she gives them sort of their marching orders.
No question. And what's astounding to me is that you have senior Democrat senators running for office who jump on any bandwagon that she trots out. And as I say, I am sure that they will bite on some of this stuff. But we were talking during the break. Elizabeth Warren is most likely going to be the candidate, I think. How does she walk some of this stuff back?
How does she move to the middle?
Yeah, because I really don't think that the American people are on board with 80% of what she's talking about.
It's going to be a long walk, says Gary. All right.